Welcome back, Goddess of Genesis fam. I'm here to talk about the latest update that just dropped last night. First of all, we have this new banner with Gaia and the twins, and if you do not have a copy of the twins, I recommend you should consider pulling on this banner because Gaia is a great hero to have. Even if you already have her, you can build her up to limit break so she does maximum damage. She's one of the best DPS characters in the game, and the twins are hugely important for progressing in Endless Corridor, which is going to affect the entire strength and power of your team in the long run. So the twins are a must-have character, and Gaia is one of the best damage dealers in the game. We also have a banner of Siren and Mephisto. Siren is probably a top 2 healer in the game right now. You could arguably make the case she's the best healer in the game. Although we are getting Morrigan next week, I believe. That's the expectation. So that may change, but she's going to be top 3 at least for a while. And Mephisto is... How do I describe Mephisto? She's kind of like a tank, but not a traditional tank. So you kind of have to build your whole team around her. So not the greatest prize, I think. But like if you are really into shadow characters and you have the resources to form your whole team around the hero Mephisto, she could be pretty good. But for most cases, you probably are not going to be building Mephisto fully and utilizing her in your main party. We also have the new equipment here. There's an equipment banner that I do not recommend you summon on. The prize of this one is going to be the Crown of Sin, which I believe when upgraded gives additional 40% to either skill or your ultimate, but it depends on, the health of your opponent. So it's a conditional effect, which is not necessarily a good thing, which is why I recommend not summoning for this particular item. Another reason why is if you look at the upcoming banner, after the Crown of Sin, the next new equipment we're going to get are Star of Oblivion, Visago's Helmet, and Anathema. And I will link in the caption Hako's spreadsheet where it lists all of these items and what they do. And just to give you an idea, like Star of Oblivion, I think has more value than Crown of Sin, and Star being the next equipment that we're going to get. It is a weapon for mages and priests that increases AoE damage, and when upgraded has a 100% chance to break barriers, invincibility, undying effects before you cast the skill. So if there's like a Dracula, you can kill him without having to worry about the revive. If there's a Joan revive, like someone who's invincible, you can remove that and kill them. So Star of Oblivion is a really powerful weapon that's going to be coming soon. We also have Visago's Helmet, which is going to be for Guardians and Warriors, where after you take damage, you have a 60% chance when maxed of gaining a barrier of immunity that lasts for 2 turns. And when you defeat enemies with the skill, you have, or you will deal 400% damage to another random enemy after you kill an enemy. So also that additional attack is guaranteed to hit. So that's a pretty strong ability that you get from a helmet in Visago's Helmet. And then there's Anathema, which is an armor for mages and priests, that after you take an action, you gain a stack of a buff that increases your intelligence by 12%, and it can stack up to 10 times. So every time you take action, your major priest is slowly getting more powerful by 12%. So that one armor can give you 120% bonus in theory if your match were to go at least 10 times, or if you get multiple turns due to something like Crown of Jormungandr or something like that, it could be faster. But in a really long fight, that could make a difference. Also, there's a conditional revive attached to this armor as well. So after a certain number of turns, you could be revived by this item, and I think it can happen up to 3 times, but it depends how long the battle goes. So you know, it's conditional. It may not save you all the time, but it could potentially save your character and revive them. So those are all three really interesting items that are coming up that I think are better than Crown of Sin. Let's see, what else do we have in this update? We have the usual Archangel's Visit, which you should always be doing. You want to get up to the level 70 fight, put on most of these things and clear it so that you get at least 500 feathers every time, and do that for the next 2 weeks, and you can get, where is it? You can get the gem set selection pack, so you should be doing that. It's not that difficult. I have a separate video if you're looking for a particular strategy to help clear it, but at this point I can almost auto it with just the regular characters that I have. Another thing that we got with this update, which is new, is we have the Colorful Crystal Ball, which typically rewards you with 1 skin for a character. Now it doesn't give you the character, so if you don't have the character, you're not going to get it from doing this. And essentially this is a gamble where you're going to spend about 4,000 star stones, and then you will get the grand prize here. If you can get it for less than 4,000, you're lucky, but most people will be spending 4,000 star stones, except instead of 1 skin here, it's actually a skin selection pack, which we've never seen before. Like previously, when a skin comes out, it's only available for 1 time, and then you have to get it, otherwise it's gone forever. Well, now this is your first chance that we have in this game after playing for over 6 months, where you can go back and get an old skin that you may have missed. So I'm seriously considering dropping 4,000 star stones, even though I don't have that many right now, to pick up something like either Gaia's skin or Valkyrie skin, because when Valkyrie skin came out, you had to get Valkyrie, I think, to 6 stars like within 2 weeks, which was not possible if you were not a whale. So potentially getting Valkyrie skin now is really interesting. It's something I never thought I would have access to because I wasn't a whale back when this game came out. So that's something to think about. This is definitely like normally I kind of don't recommend going for the Colorful Crystal Ball, but because this one lets you choose from so many different skins, I think this one is probably worth pulling for. Now, in terms of shop packs, we do have some different choices here that are pretty interesting. The Fusion Crystal for 30 bucks, that's kind of steep, but this can help you in the arms race. Like if you want to raise your level 6 speed gem to level 7, this will do it immediately, but it's kind of pricey, so that's kind of whale toys there. There are different crystal selection packs here where whether that value is there or not, it depends on you and your budget. And then they're starting to throw in things like this random emblem 6, where a level 6 emblem is very powerful, but the fact that this is random and you could get an amazing speed gem that's level 6, which would be great value, or you could get like a magic evasion, which would be really good, or strength or int, but you could also get something like damage reduction, which is just a waste of money at that point. So it's a gamble, and I think they're trying to entice us with different levels of packs to see what people are willing to spend for, but just spending money for emblems in general seems like a poor value to me, unless it's guaranteed. Like if this were a level 6 speed gem, that would be something to think about, but because it's random, I'm not going to be pulling for stuff like that. But I am probably going to do the Colorful Crystal Ball. And let's see, is there anything else? I think that's it for this update. Yeah, so good luck, have fun. Let me know in the comments if you do decide to pull for something, or how you do if you got for the random emblem. Let me know what you got.